Leigh, I'm 28 from the UK. I'm a writer. I wanted to take ayahuasca for many different reasons. For a long time, I felt like I wasn't truly connecting with myself, with my true self. I felt like there were certain barriers in my life. I had this instinct that there were certain barriers that were prohibiting me from truly enjoying reality. And I also felt like there were certain barriers that I developed over the years that had hindered my relationships with other people as well. I felt like I'd gone into a lot of bad habits throughout life, and at about 26 I started really getting into meditation and concepts of healing. And I heard about ayahuasca a long time ago, and I started watching podcasts of people who were taking it, people who I respected within celebrity culture or philosophical culture, who had taken it and said they had a really great experience. So I did the 4 nights and 5 days retreat, and the first night was quite an anticlimax, if I'm being honest. I really didn't experience, well, I thought I didn't experience much, but looking back now I realised that that was the first step in my journey, the foundation. Ayahuasca was preparing me, because if what happened on the 4th night happened on the first night, I would not have been ready. I wouldn't have been able to have the insights I had. The second night was quite an emotional night. I actually spent about 3 hours, I think, crying. For me, that I had a lot of personal insights into relationships with my family and my friends, and I just let go of a lot of negative energy. I really felt like that night was a shredding of negative energy. Again, like another form of preparation. The third night was an interesting night. I felt like I got some deep insights. I saw some incredible things, but again, there was this sense that I just kept feeling like I was doing something wrong, like something wasn't quite working. And then on the 4th and final night, I completely told when I was deep into my journey, I realized that it was my thoughts and my desperation to control my reality and my moment that was prohibiting my journey the whole time. Looking back, I realized that I was trying to control my thoughts and trying to control what was happening, instead of just surrendering and letting go and experiencing the reality. And once I did that, and I saw myself doing that, I had a really incredible life-altering journey. The most profound moment for me was seeing myself as the watcher to my own ego. I saw myself, I saw my ego interfering with my reality all the time. Every time I came into contact with a moment, whether it be in a supermarket or in a classroom or at work or anything, or with people just sat around a table, my ego was constantly interfering with the reality, whether it be through competitiveness, overthinking, fictional realities inside my head instead of experiencing the moment, trying to put thought process on the things around me, which can be useful and can be good, and that's what I saw. But I realized that it had taken over so much that I was no longer just objectively witnessing my reality and actually enjoying it for what it is. That the ego and the subjective was just coming in to 99% of my existence. And looking at it now, I've seen that, and I've seen myself watching my ego do that. And I think going forward now, what I've learned from this experience and what I'll take personally is I want to make a conscious decision to push the ego to one side slightly, to make room for the objective, to make room for the watcher. The ego can be there. I don't mind having an ego. I don't mind an ego interfering with my reality, but there's space for the objective as well. And I think when I let the objective come through, I think I'll have a much deeper appreciation for nature, for the world around me, for the people around me, and for reality itself.
Wow.
Yeah. That's where I'm at right now.
Thank you so much. That's so wonderful.
You're welcome.